Hello dear friends, welcome back to the channel. We have an interesting exponential equation, actually a complex exponential equation. We have 1 over root 2 plus 1 over root 2 times I raised to the power of x, and this is equal to 1 over root 2 minus 1 over root 2 times I. We have two complex numbers here, say this is z and this is w, but these are not two different numbers. Actually they are related to each other. We want to solve z to the power of x is equal to w. First we will write z and w as z is equal to say r12 e to the power of I theta, and w is equal to r2 times e to the power of I say alpha. What is this? This is the Euler's notation for complex numbers. Let me show you shortly. We will draw our complex plane and show our 1 over root 2 to 1 over root 2 point, and the length, the modulus here becomes 1 from the Pythagorean theorem. This length here, say r1, is equal to 1, and theta is equal to pi over 4 here, since this is and an isoscale right triangle. This is 45 degree or pi over 4. So 1 over root 2 plus 1 over root 2 times I is equal to 1 times e to the power of I pi over 4. This is the first result. And the other one, again, on the complex plane, the other one is 1 over root 2 to negative 1 over root 2 here. And the length is again 1. Just the angle is different. R2 is again 1. But alpha here is this angle here, which is 7 pi over 4, I guess. So 1 over root 2 minus 1 over root 2 times I is 1 times e to the power of I 7 pi over 4. Actually, in general, let me write here. In general, we should say 1 over root 2 plus 1 over root 2 times I is equal to e to the power of I times pi over 4 plus 2 pi m being an integer, and the conjugate, complex conjugate of this number, this one, is equal to e to the power of I times 7 pi over 4 plus 2 pi, say n. Again, n is an integer. Let's turn to our original expression now. We have 1 over root 2 plus 1 over root 2 times I to the power of x, and this is equal to 1 over root 2 minus 1 over root 2 times I. Now let's write e to the power of I times pi over 4 plus 2 pi m raised to the power of x is equal to e to the power of I times 7 pi over 4 plus 2 pi n. Then we will have, actually we will multiply the powers here. We can cancel i's, then write pi over 4 plus 2 pi m times x is equal to 7 pi over 4 plus 2 pi n. So x is equal to 7 pi over 4 plus 2 pi n divided by pi over 4 plus 2 pi m. And this m and n are any integer. Let's say for n and m being 0, for example, if n and m being 0, then x is 7. Our 1 over root 2 plus 1 over root 2 times I raised to the 7th power is equal to 1 over root 2 minus 1 over root 2 times I. Thank you for watching and see you in the next videos.